Okay, we're talking with Daniel Cainer, who's brought his show, The Jewish Chronicles, from the UK to Australia. He's played Melbourne. He's just about to open in Sydney. It's the first time Daniel's been in Australia. Daniel, how do you rate Australia compared to the UK?
I actually really like it, and I'm not just saying that because I know it's going to be Australians largely that might be viewing this, but it's absolutely lovely. Of course, I've been really lucky with the weather, that's certainly the case, but I know it seems to be like a fantastic combination between England and America, exactly as kind of people said it would be, and it's lovely.
And what's the reaction been to your show?
It's been really good on the whole. Sometimes I've not been quite as on it as other nights, but generally people have really liked it. And I had a fantastic last night in Melbourne, and it was completely packed out, and people were effusive actually. So it was really good.
In a couple of minutes, for the people in Sydney who haven't seen it and who can see it this week, can you tell us about the show?
Well, it's a collection of songs and stories about my observations about, what it means and feels like to me to be Jewish at this particular point in time. I can't really speak for everybody else, so I can speak for myself. But as I do that, it seems that people seem to really relate to it, and that I am speaking for them. And I just tell a few sort of stories and anecdotes about immigration, about my family, about little bits of history and what have you, and they're funny and they're moving, and they just seem to touch people.
Is it deeply personal?
It's very personal, but what I've really understood in writing all this stuff, and it's been quite a revelation, is that the more personal I am, the more universal it actually is. It's a surprise, but it does seem to be true.
So are you saying that there is something in the show that everybody can relate to one way or the other?
Oh, definitely, because I think that everybody seems to recognise themselves. The detail is sort of neither here nor there. We all have got people in our families, and have all recognise the stories that I'm telling. And also I've played it for audiences when there've been no Jewish people at all, and they still get it. So it's remarkable in that sense.
Daniel, you've spent some time in Australia, the first time in your life that you've been exposed to a large community that's been affected by the Holocaust. Can you source any material for that for the future for the show?
I will. I certainly think. I think you've got to be very careful with that. And I've seen people attempt and fail to try and write material that encapsulates that. I mean, I mention it briefly in the songs, and in one of the songs, but now that I have actually talked to some people and that are much more directly related to it, and I think I will attempt something, but you've got to be very careful. And I know when I did actually go to Poland, and I visited Auschwitz, and I wrote something after that, and I did try it in the show once, and I couldn't get back from it, to be honest. So I think we have to be quite careful there.
Did you see Billy Crystal's 700 Sundays?
I haven't seen that.
In that show was very autobiographical. Is yours in the same strain?
Well, if you're saying is it autobiographical, yes, it is. There are a couple of strong autobiographical stories in it. There's also some that I'm telling stories about some other people that I know and other things that have happened. But yes, I think write what you know. It's certainly the strongest emotional impact.
You take this show to many festivals?
To Edinburgh is where I've been with it, and also I'll be playing at the Leeds Jewish Performing Arts Festival in June as well.
Well, Daniel Cainer is appearing at the Bondi Pavilion this week, and there's still time to get tickets. And I think your audience will see something quite unique, Daniel.
I hope so. I can guarantee there's nobody else writing material that's quite like this, and I think people really enjoy it.
Well, we've been talking with Daniel Cainer, one-man show, The Jewish Chronicles, and we wish you the best of luck and every success in Sydney.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.